Hi, I'm Kermit the Alien, and you're watching Resto Roomba. Welcome to all the random viewers and my fellow Alien Nation, to yet another Roomba restoration video. After a brief hiatus, as I had to pass finals in high school, I'm back with more power than ever, and I'm sure there will be more content from now on. Before I start, I would like to thank you all for hitting 1000 subscribers. Way to go, Alien Nation! In this video, I am restoring an old 4000 series Roomba, this being the 4100 Red model. This is actually a rare variant of the robot, as it features the new logo, meaning this bot was made at the very end of 4000 series. The shape is okay, dirty on the bottom, but that was to be expected with these bots. However, one wheel drop switch doesn't work along with the speaker, and the cleaning head is weirdly loose. To investigate the defects further and of course clean the robot, I've taken it apart completely. Like in the previous Roomba restoration where I took apart the Sage model, the procedure is exactly the same. I used a handheld vacuum several times as the Red was really dirty inside. These older models have a tendency to collect dust inside of them. First mystery out of the way, the problem with the cleaning head module turned out to be a crack in the plastic that someone failed to repair. Second mystery unveiled right here, the wheel drop sensor wasn't working because one wire unsoldered itself. Once I was left with loose plastic pieces and the chassis of the Roomba, I can start cleaning everything. The modules, of course, have to be cleaned and inspected, plus at that age, re-greased. Starting with the wheels, just like in every video, I'm going to point out I used only isopropyl alcohol, as electronics are involved. Using water can oxidize elements, meaning stuff can get rusty, as well as short connections. Isopropyl alcohol isn't conductive, dries without leaving any residue, and actually removes rust really well. Moving on to the cleaning head, you can see it's a later model because it features only one dirt detect piezoelectric sensor instead of the classic two like I mentioned in Sage's video. fix the broken piece, I used some super strong glue, and once it dried, went over the whole crack parts with it. The bumper sensor array is a very important part to clean, as it contains cliff sensors, the very parts that keeps your robot safe from the stairs or different drops. I somehow found the vacuum part being red adorable. It's the attention to detail that is so appealing to me. While all newer Roombas share the same black fan, the 4000 had theirs color matched to the body of the robots. To repair the broken wheel drop sensor, I just had to resolder the black wire to the negative. That's it. It works perfectly now. The only part I couldn't repair was the speaker, as it was simply shot. I didn't have a replacement at the time, and my dad actually commented, "Don't get a new speaker, this Roomba is just shy." Somehow that comment convinced me to not get a replacement, as I've never related to a robot this much. When it comes to the whole red aesthetic, I really like it, but there's always a but. It's too monochromatic to me, and the red is pretty dark. So I came up with a design that features the color red, a lava lamp. This is how I imagined it, taking inspiration from a classic Mathmos violet-red astro lava lamp. The main body acts as the glass part of the lava lamp, and the bumper plus chassis is the metal casing. I've named it Magma and created a name tag that heavily resembles the Mathmos logo. First of all, the rubber of course yellowed, so I put it in my retro brighting alien portal. To get the chrome look, I bought some car wrap foil and used it on the handle, bumper and chassis. Now for the painting, prepare for a lot. I actually filled the LED lens with resin and painted them a matte sheer white, so they disperse light better instead of just showing a dot of light. For the main body shells, I of course had to remove the scratches and prep the surface for painting, and for that I used two different grids of sandpaper. I cleaned the dust created by the sanding off, protected the logo with liquid latex and primed everything with white primer. Then painted it metallic purple, with lighter shades in the middle and darker ones on the edges. I went over everything with transparent purple and... What the heck happened? Well, I hated how it turned out, so I didn't even record everything. The paint job turned out too thick and chunky, the surface wasn't flat, and I totally messed up the color. It was supposed to be way lighter and more pinkish purple. Also, my airbrush apparently had a bad day because it got clogged several times and was spewing out chunky pieces of paint everywhere. Off camera, I cleaned off as much paint as possible and started over. I have to admit, I've never messed up a paint job this bad, ever. To make things even worse for me, all my liquid latex somehow dried up even though I left it closed. So I had to protect the logo and words with pieces of clear tape. It worked way better than I expected, however. I mixed my desired colors very carefully this time, and things already started working out way better. Especially with the airbrush, it was not joking around this time. To create the gradient, I chose a different approach this time and mixed out different shades of metallic paint instead of doing the black and white covered with transparent paint way, as those damn candy transparents can mess up your paint job instantly. I am actually really proud of this color transition. Sure, there are a few splotches, but this is where the next step comes in. I sealed the paint job with a resin-based clear coat to protect my gradient and covered everything with clear tape. I drew some lava lamp-y bubbles on the tape and cut them out, making a stencil for the airbrush as I want some color transitions here too. I used classic opaque paints this time in several shades of red, orange and even yellow to create the illusion of a light bulb lighting up the lava bubbles from below. Just like always, when working with a stencil, some paint can chip, but I just went over it with the same color paint by hand. I also added some reflections on the lava to make it look shiny and painted the name logo. Just to be extra, as the green button didn't fit with the color scheme, I painted the button white with a purple on sign instead of the P for power, and covered it with resin so it's nice and smooth. To finish things off, I did about 4 or 5 thin coats of clear resin-based gloss sealant to protect my design from paint chips or scratches. Like always, the reassembly is just like the disassembly, only in reverse. I put the broken speaker back in just for the sake of completion, plus it's connected to the other wheel dropped micro switch, but who knows, it might just start working again someday. Also, the song you've been hearing in the background is the ambient version of my new single. Be sure to stick around to the end to hear it or listen to it in my music playlist. Link is in the description. And hidden under, swimming in hot lava around the ground. The time came to turn it around. They said it's dangerous to go out like this on your own. Sure it was, but now I am on the throne. You better be careful now, my friends, if you don't wanna get burned. But it is the way that you faked it all along, to know what's below the surface, hiding all alone. feel this burning deep inside of me. Could I be the broken piece lost in past years? I wanna know. Thank you all for staying to the end. It means a lot to me. If you liked what you saw, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel, so you never miss more epic robot content, and help the alien nation grow. Kermit the Alien signing out, peace. Things are getting hot. This time I unleash all the deeper thoughts, all the things you've done you cannot take back. So get ready for the counterattack. Let's go. Satisfaction, main attraction.